It's time for Community Matters, a service of TCB Broadcasting, and it's sponsored by Vidalia Federal in Lyons and Vidalia, Todd Paget Housing Center in Claxton. Now let's see what's happening in our community with host Tony Doc Wardlaw.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to this edition of Community Matters. I'm your host, the Doc, Tony Wardlaw, and we're here for another edition of Community Matters on, yes, another beautiful Wednesday morning. Thank God for Wednesday mornings. I look forward to coming in and joining you all, listening, all of our listeners. I'm blessed this morning. I'm a blessed man. I'm surrounded in the studio by a bunch of strong, beautiful mothers. Happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers out there who are listening, and have a blessed week as we get prepared to celebrate you all on Sunday. I've got the strong and the one and the only Miss Robin, who is just diligently working the boards this morning, Miss Robin Crabb. I've got another mother, the illustrious Miss Dorothy Davis is here. And then I have two, I want to say stalwarts, beautiful mothers who help make our community what it is.
The force is strong with this one.
It is strong.
I've got the beautiful Miss Ann Owen, and I've got her up early this morning. And she looks vibrant, like she's been working all day.
It's amazing what
night.
you can do in 15 minutes.
And I've got the beautiful and the one and the only Miss Dana Brown. How y'all doing this morning?
Doing wonderful. Thank you for having us.
So good.
It's always good to have you ladies in the studio. For all of our listeners, they are part of the 5-mom team that runs our local chamber, the Greater Vidalia Chamber. And they make it their business every day to get up and do all they can to make our community better. So thank you, ladies.
It is our pleasure.
And responsibility.
Right. Well, Miss Dana, we've got a few things going on.
Yes.
It's always a blessing to have you all in the studio to kind of update us on the things that are happening in the community. We've had a busy last few weeks, or a couple months actually, and we'll be culminating somewhat this weekend. We've got our weekend showcasing, or the showcasing. Can you tell us about that?
Yes. Showcasing Greater Vidalia is this Friday at the Vidalia Community Center. It is a culmination of our spring season, if you will. We really just kick things off with a big party. We open the doors at 6:30. It also entails a silent auction, a really cool and fun live auction if you would like to watch or be a part of that. And then we really just thrive on the networking aspect of being involved with the chamber. This event is the biggest place to meet with other business professionals and just community members from everywhere in our region. We're expecting around 400 people that evening. So if you want to get in front of just as many people as possible to get a handshake, learn for some faces, make some names, this is the best place to do that for sure.
Wow. So for our listeners who have never attended one of these, can you just kind of walk us through what to expect when they come? It's Friday. They show up. Where is it going to be again?
It's going to be at the Vidalia Community Center. Okay. We still have some tickets available. I'll just tell you this. We have a raffle for $5,000 that we're giving away at the end of the night.
Oh, man.
It's going to be huge. But if you'll buy a $50 raffle ticket for that $5,000 raffle, I will hand you an admission ticket to just come and enjoy the party.
See that? Okay.
To all the listeners out there.
All right. Now, where can they get these tickets?
They can stop by the chamber. It's 2805 East 1st Street. We are right beside STC on 280 if you don't know where we're at. We're the brick building behind the pond. You can stop by there anytime between now and about noonish on Friday before we kind of lock up and head over to the community center.
Okay.
But we also have an awesome committee and board of directors members who have these tickets. So there's about 30 people roaming around in the community. If you think
with
you know
these
somebody who's on the committee or the board, they would love to sell you one of their raffle tickets.
Excellent, excellent. Is there a number, website? They can go to the Greater Vidalia website.
The Greater Vidalia Chamber website, so greatervidaliachamber.com, has all of our contact information on
Okay.
it, and then our address again, so you can go there. You know, if you're driving right now down the road,
Right.
you can find all of our information on the website.
All right, so I want to make sure we got the time right. Again, it's at the Vidalia Community Center, which is located. Do you have the address to that place?
It's on Airport Road. I don't know the numeric
exact
address, but it's on Airport Road. If you take Harris,
It's behind Kentucky Fried Chicken.
that's right. That's what I tell people.
Everybody knows where KFC is, right?
Yep, that's correct.
Drive on 280 till you get there, turn, and you dead end. You can't
right
miss
between
it.
Shoney's and KFC, and it will bring you right into the Vidalia Community Center.
That's right.
Also, tell them about the theme, Dana.
Oh, yes. If you come, you definitely want to dress appropriately. We are spending the night in Nash Vegas.
Oh, wow.
So, for those of you that may not know what is Nash Vegas,
I don't.
It's just a
You don't really
hodgepodge
wanna
of all the bachelorette capitals of the world
thinking,
that
like-
we've crammed into one title.
Right.
So we're thinking rhinestones, cowboy boots, fringe, cowboy hats,
That's Nashville. Talk
all
to me
the
about
things.
Vegas.
Well, we may or may not be expecting a couple of showgirls to
may
show
or
up
may
for
not.
the
Okay.
evening. Putting all the bets on the table. I've seen some jackets with, what are they, playing cards that people are going to be wearing. I mean, people are going to dress to impress, I'm sure, for both aspects of the Nash Vegas theme.
Wow. So is it going to be like live music?
There will be a DJ playing some music to kind of set the stage for the evening. And then at 8 p.m. we'll kick off with a live auction, and that is entertainment in itself.
Yes.
So that will be center stage for the rest of the evening.
Do you have an auctioneer?
We do have an auctioneer coming from Rebel Auction Company.
Oh, wow. I
they're-
mean, this is like serious.
They
You're
are
going
very
all in.
impressive, yes. And so they helped us out last year, and then they were more than willing to come help us out again this year. So, and our illustrious John Kuhn will be emceeing for us.
Excellent.
Master of ceremonies for the night. And so we're really excited about that too.
Great. So that's the showcase Friday. Get there. Can they get there early? What time does the doors open?
Don't get there too early.
Okay.
But we'll probably have the doors open around 6 if you need to come early and want to go ahead and fix a plate or something like that. But we will plan to be ready for the public sometime between 6 and 6:30.
So it's a catered event.
It is, and with
Amazing food.
yes, and with your ticket, you have open bar and open food. So with your
wow.
ticket, you'll be prepared for a good evening.
Wow. Mm-hmm. This is good.
It's a lot of fun. It really is.
All right. So that's Friday, and then the final event for the month is our leadership, or are we looking for leadership?
Yeah,
Talk to me.
so showcasing is our kind of final event for our spring season. But one of the other hats that I wear is program coordinator for our adult leadership program. That is always a very competitive process, but it's one of our passions at the Chamber, just to grow leadership in our community and see people develop, both personally and professionally. So we will host a leadership cohort that will begin in September. Nominations are open right now for that program. So if you know any budding leaders or maybe some prospective leaders that you see potential in, or they could be established leaders, they just haven't maybe gone through the program, we'd love to get those nominations. We have that nomination form on our website. Again, greatervidaliachamber.com. It's under the professional development leadership tab.
You just had a graduating class.
We
right?
did, yes. So we start in the fall, we graduate in the spring. So we kind of follow the school calendar, and then after graduation, immediately we accept nominations for the next class.
Well, I remember going through leadership. It seems like years ago now.
You were just a baby.
Ann and I still had dark hair.
Tony, you do want Ann to come back to this
Right.
program,
A
right?
long time ago.
It was a long time ago. We were just young pups running around, and it was great. You know,
Good.
It was a great experience. We got to find out about things that are part of our community, I mean, of which I had no idea they existed.
You live here your whole life, or I did, and have no idea of all of the resources and just things that we have in our community that you had no idea about.
Yeah.
And my eyes were completely open, and I think that's also what drives my passion for getting good nominations for this program is, making sure that this class is as competitive and as prestigious as possible, because you know how amazing the program is once you go through it.
Excellent. So you kind of oversee that leadership application process.
I do oversee the application process. The program has 2 volunteer co-chairs. They're amazing. They've done 1 year. They have 1 year under their belt, and they're coming back for another year. That is Reza O'Connor and Kaylee Dees.
Okay.
So you can just imagine the energy
that's a live one there.
that they bring to the program. And then on top of all of the knowledge and just quality content that we've kind of curated over the years, it is something else. So we'd love to have anybody that hasn't gone through the program that's interested. Nominations will close on May 15th.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you, Ms. Dana. You've been kind of carrying the load here. We're going to take a break, and I'm going to see what we can siphon out of Miss Ann Owens this morning.
And pick it up.
We're going to let her pick up the baton here in a little while. Stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We're talking with the beautiful ladies from our local chamber, and we'll be right back right after these messages.
Smarter, not harder. Here at Vidalia Federal, we are all about that phrase as we strive to make your life easier. No more drowning in paperwork or being interrogated over the idea of buying a house. Getting a home loan should be an enjoyable, simple process, not a daunting task. This is Julia McKenzie with Vidalia Federal Savings Bank, and I am here to make the mortgage process easy and simple. Come see me at the Vidalia branch on Jackson Street to talk about your next home purchase or refinance. I look forward to serving you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas. This is Anthony J. with Todd Paget Housing Center. And no, I'm not Santa, but we sure are slaying the competition over here in Claxton, Georgia. We build our manufactured homes more energy efficient, better built, and have the best setup than anyone else. Whether you've been naughty or nice, come by and we'll be glad to show you the Todd Paget Housing Center difference. Jingle us at 912-732-1466 or stop your sleigh at 5260 Highway 280 West in Claxton, Georgia. Todd Paget Housing Center. All of your housing solutions under one roof.
Dorothy Davis with Southeastern Business Solutions here, specializing in website services, graphics management, and video editing. We have partnered with TCB Broadcasting to bring your sponsorship ads to life with their live on-air programs, which are recorded and archived along with your sponsorship ads as they were aired at the time of production. These programs are viewable by anyone at any time from anywhere on major social outlets like YouTube or Facebook, to include TCBBroadcasting.com's website. That's a lot more viewing potential, more than you would get than with a still banner that's only viewable by website visitors. With this kind of viewing potential, you want to make sure your ad says a lot more than a simple animated logo can say. These services are only available on TCBBroadcasting.com, and the spots are limited. So reach out to your TCB Broadcasting account executive and get yours locked in as soon as possible. You can bring your own video with you, or you can email Dorothy at southeasternbusinesssolutions.com, and you and we can put our creative minds together to come up with the perfect ad that says the perfect message and gets you the perfect attention.
Welcome back to this edition of Community Matters. I'm your host, The Doc, and I'm here once again with the beautiful ladies of our local chamber. We're here with Miss Dana Brown and the one and the only, the illustrious Miss Ann Owen. Well, Ms. Brown, you have carried us the first half of our show, telling us about this weekend showcasing, which is this Friday at the Vidalia Community Center. We look for everyone to come there, show up. It's going to be a great time with fun, food, and fellowship, and an extraordinary auction that's set. And looks like the top prize for Friday night will be someone will walk away with $5,000.
That's right. You just need a ticket to compete.
Just need a ticket to compete. And so we're looking for a good time there. Also, remember now, for any qualified persons who you think would be a good candidate, who is an aspiring leader in our community, and they have not already done so, please have them, your nominations for those persons submitted, the application submitted by May the 15th. And is that a cutoff at 5 p.m.?
Yeah, you just get it to me.
All right, just get it to her.
If it's in, we'll take it.
All right, by May 15th. And so we're excited about our leadership program here for leadership. Is it just Greater Vidalia now? It used to be Toombs, Montgomery.
It's Leadership Greater Vidalia. So
Okay.
when our name changed, so did the name of
the
everything
program.
we do. Yep.
Okay, excellent. And now we turn our attention to the one and the only Miss Ann Owen, who is she works diligently behind the scenes doing a lot of things. And right now we have a project that's going on. But before we get into the project, just kind of tell us some of the things that you do at the chamber and your contribution always to helping to make our community better.
Well, housed within our chamber is also the Development Authority. So mostly what I do is working with Michelle for the Development Authority. I do the State of Community series for the chamber, but pretty much everything else I do is Development Authority related. We have so many projects going on right now with our Center for Entrepreneurship, and we had an entrepreneur mixer last week that went really well.
Right.
And we have this housing study that I'm going to talk about today. So very excited about our program.
Because, I mean, our community is kind of right in the center of a lot of business progress that is happening.
It is absolutely amazing, the progress that we are enjoying right now. I've lived here since 1978, and I've never seen it grow like it is right now.
Wow.
There are businesses popping up everywhere. People are feeling good and confident and are not so afraid anymore to jump out and start something new.
That's excellent.
It's just, we've never seen anything like it, really. And then, with the Hyundai plant coming in, that spider webs out to all the surrounding counties, and we've had a lot of interest here because of that. Our population is going to explode, I feel, and with that comes, retail and restaurants and everything else. So we just have to gear up for it. We got to be ready. We have to have infrastructure ready.
Proactive.
Yes, we have to constantly look out for the next 5 years and see what's coming so that we'll be ready for it. It's one of the things that's really interesting, a lot of people don't understand is, when we have these spec buildings out at the industrial park.
That's right.
And people ride by and they say, dang, that building's been sitting there for 2 years and, why is it just sitting there? Yeah. Well, when a big industry comes to town, they're ready to go.
Yeah.
They don't want you to say, well, we can have a building built for you in,
within
a year and a half,
yeah.
And then we'll have to do a little infrastructure work. They're ready to jump. Yeah. And so having an empty building gives us a leg up. That means when somebody comes in, we're
They
ready
have
for them.
somewhere ready to go into.
Yeah.
I'm glad you explained that because some people would they do ride by and they see that place and they can ask the question like, what in the world's going there?
Mm-hmm.
But those are dollars well spent and in preparation for the future.
Yes, they are. We have right now. We have East Jordan Plastics coming out there pretty soon, and they are actually doubling the size of the facility that we already had out there that they purchased. So we are really excited about them.
That's excellent.
I'm gonna
So
be
that
here
means
too.
more jobs available.
It does.
Do you know how many?
They're doing kind of a ramp up process. I want to say maybe about 60 to start off with.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to have their own recycling facility out there. These are the guys that make the plastic pots.
Mm-hmm.
When you buy something in Lowe's, like a tree or something like that,
Yeah.
that are in a plastic pot, they make those.
See there. Wow.
So, yeah. I mean, I don't think, and this is one of the cool things about leadership, too, I don't think a lot of people realize how fortunate we are here
Yeah,
with the types of industries that we have.
we do. I mean, and it's a wide range. I
it
mean, it
is.
goes from agriculture to manufacturing,
Food processing.
robotics, all kinds of stuff. I mean, we have,
Luggage,
yeah,
Centos, uniforms. I mean, we are definitely a hub, and I think it's like anything else. You ride by things so often, and you don't really pay any attention to what's in your own backyard. But we are an impressive community,
very much.
and I
so.
don't just say that because I work for the development
No,
We're
authority.
a little biased, but we
are.
think
I mean,
we're impressive.
We are very impressive. I am
Very
so
much
proud.
So. Yeah, we are.
Very proud.
We are. The housing study.
So that kind of goes hand in hand with what we're talking about industry. Over the last couple of years, we've had industry leaders call us and say, we got a housing problem. I got a workforce housing problem.
Mm-hmm.
People that are working for me can't find a place to live, or people that want to come work for me can't find a place to live, so they don't come work. And it's not just workforce housing. I have a very good friend who's a widow and has older children.
Mm-hmm.
She had a big house with a swimming pool, doesn't want it anymore, but cannot find a place to live that is smaller. But she doesn't want to do yards anymore. She wants somebody to be able to take care of all that. She was actually going to move to Dublin, which she didn't want to do. She's lived here her whole life because we didn't have anything. We are not repopulating like we used to.
Okay.
There's a lot of young people who are not having children, and they want a smaller place to live.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A lot of people want to live in downtowns because of the walkability.
Mm-hmm.
Just the face of housing has completely
Totally
changed from when you and I were growing up. I have a 28-year-old daughter and her 31-year-old husband who have just sold their 3-bedroom house, and they're just starting family.
Mm-hmm.
They've just sold their 3-bedroom house. They are moving out to our farm in what my husband calls a farm dominium, which is just basically a metal building because they don't want to have any debt anymore.
Oh, wow.
And so, I mean, everything's changing. Everything looks different. And in order to figure out where we are, and because we know we have this big business boom coming, we being the City of Vidalia, City of Lyons, Toombs County, the Development Authority, and the Chamber, all join forces to contract with Georgia Conservancy and the Microlife Institute to do a housing study to tell us where we are and what we need.
Excellent.
And that started in January with just phase 1 was collecting data. Phase 2 was we had a team of 10 from Vidalia and 10 from Lyons that went out and assessed a neighborhood.
Okay.
You held your phone out, you had an app on your phone, and you held it out in front of the house, and it would pop up the address and give you a series of questions to answer. What's the state of the roof? What kind of, are there sidewalks? Are there street lights? What kind of siding do you have? And we ended up doing that between Vidalia and Lyons, about 1,200 houses. So now that's completed, and right now we're doing a housing survey.
Okay.
And what that is going to be is it's an opportunity for you to answer questions about what are your needs, what are you aware of that's in our community, and that is really important. We need to know who needs what out there.
Right, right.
So that survey, we just got it in Spanish the other day.
Okay.
So currently it's on our Facebook, and it will be on our website by the end of the day.
Okay.
And we just really need people to go on there and answer that, so we know. We've got to know what we need.
So when you say website, you're talking about the Greater Vidalia Chamber.
The Greater Vidalia Chamber website.
It
So
will
they
be
can go
on
there
there.
It
and
will be on
It will
there.
be.
Mhm.
It's currently on the Greater Vidalia Chamber Facebook page.
Yes.
And now
And
that
we
we
can
have
go
the
in and do the
Spanish
survey.
version. Yeah. We'll get both on the website.
Right.
So we're looking for our community citizens to go on and do the survey.
Yeah. It's like anything else. It's all well and good to sit on Facebook and talk about what you need.
Yeah.
But if you don't answer, I know surveys can be kind of a pain sometimes,
Yeah.
there's no doubt.
Yeah.
And I feel like we put them out all the time. But if you don't answer those questions, we can't help. We don't
Right.
we don't know.
So this is a worthy survey
It is.
of which we all should take part.
And there is actually there's a lot of growth right now in housing, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen people building duplexes.
Yep.
And some apartments,
Mhm.
and so the investors and the builders are listening,
Okay.
and which is a good thing.
Yes.
But it's not just about building new.
Mm-hmm.
We have neighborhoods that could use a little work.
Right.
So
right.
and all it takes is one person on the street
Mm-hmm.
to buy an old cruddy house,
Mm-hmm.
put a nice coat of paint on it, put some flowers outside, and all of a sudden you got a little pride on your street.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody else wants to do that next door to feel better.
That's excellent.
So it's really important to work on what we have,
Right.
instead of building new.
A few weeks ago, we had Mr. Leo Peoples.
Oh, he's awesome.
And, Urban Revitalization Program. They were here and
Good.
talking about the same thing.
Yep.
You know. So
He's awesome. I'm really proud of his work. And it just, I don't know, the older I get, the more I realize that you can sit around and want things, but you can also get up and do something.
wow.
We're all about the
We
doers.
got a sermon this morning
Yeah, you got to do.
from Miss Ann Owen.
Absolutely got to do.
That's
So,
good. That's good. So let us all do our part, do the survey, and I'm sure we can have it connected to our website as well, tcbbroadcasting.com, tcbbroadcasting.com. And let's get this done so that we can see what our needs are and go, like you said, to the various developers. And perhaps some of us may want to participate in helping to solve the issue.
That would be
Instead
great.
of just talking about it, kind of be about it.
Yep. There's a lot of people in this community who are really standing up lately,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really proud to see it.
Good, good. I heard you let out a gasp over there when she said 1978, Miss Dana.
Sometimes my mouth slips up,
Right? No,
and then Ann slaps me.
right. No, it's all good.
I was trying to hide
Were
it.
you even born in 78?
Oh no, I'm a '90s baby.
And the bad thing is,
Oh,
I was
man.
16 in
Look at
1978.
that, right. We were on up there.
And you didn't have to share all that.
Oh, hey,
This
with
is
age comes
wonderful.
wisdom.
Well, I think
I'm
that
not
also
ashamed of
That's
it.
right.
that also makes our team better, though. We
There
have
you
different
go.
perspectives,
That's right.
different ages.
That's good.
That's what, we need all five of us.
It is wonderful, wonderful. Well, this has been always a good time when we have you ladies in the studio. I look forward to it. Even though I only get you maybe once or twice a year.
Well, that's because you call us the day before.
You can call us any Tuesday, Tony. We'll be here.
You'll be there, right? Well, you know, I am grateful for the time we do get. And it's always good for you to update our listeners on what's going on. We've got a lot of people who listen to the show, and they'll ask me as I'm making my way through the community, hey, Doc, who we got this week? What's going on? And so we're grateful and thankful for the work that you all are doing.
Well, I'm grateful that you do this program. I mean, it's just another outlet for people to be able to be aware of what's happening. And I love this kind of stuff. I think anybody who takes the time to let the community know, and it's kind of like the leadership program. You know, you're digging into different aspects of things that are happening, and that's very cool. We appreciate your program very
He's
much.
an
Great,
alumnus.
Yes, I am an alumnus.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
I
That's
like it.
good. Yes. Well, thank you, ladies, once again. This has been, again, Miss Dana Brown as well as Miss Ann Owens. You can find these ladies at the Vidalia Chamber, the Greater Vidalia Chamber. You can go to the website. Their contact information is there. Always check that website as well to see what else is going on in our community. If you can't get it there, please log into our website, tcbbroadcasting.com. In fact, this show will be archived there, and you can take a look at these beautiful ladies.
Or that's okay. You heard it here.
Always, we thank Ms. Robin Crabb for the work that she does here at Y101 and helping keep us all together. Again, thank you, Ms. Dorothy Davis. Once again, I'd like to say Happy Mother's Day to all of you wonderful mothers out there. God bless you. And come back again on next week and join your host. I'm the guy, the doc. We'll be right here with another great show. And until then, God bless you. Take care.
You've been listening to Community Matters with host Tony Doc Wardlaw, sponsored by Todd Paget Housing Center in Claxton and by Vidalia Federal in Lyons and Vidalia. Tune in again next week to see what is happening in our community on Community Matters, a service of TCB Broadcasting.